Welcome back to another Land Cruiser video. This is my 95 Toyota Land Cruiser FZJ 80. I have a lift. I have a J series lift on my Land Cruiser, and today I'm showing you guys the modification that I'm doing to the driveline. So I got about a 4-inch lift, 37-inch tires. It changed the angle a little bit, so we're gonna talk about what you can do to adjust that. Today we're gonna be talking about the rear driveline, and then in the following next video I'll show you guys the front driveline because I haven't done that yet. I'll show you what we have here. I have my original driveline. This is the original rear axle driveline off a Land Cruiser. I just got done taking this one out. 4 bolts. So this is the original one. And then what you need, so my original driveline, and then this is my spare driveline that I just got done modifying. So this is the same driveline that I got done modifying, and you can see what they did. So the big thing that they did is the double Cardan. So what we do is we add the double Cardan onto the driveline. For this modification, you can buy this part if you don't have a spare. But what we do from the forum, any 3rd gen 4Runner, so 3rd gen 4Runner, you can take the rear driveline off the 3rd gen, and it'll have the double Cardan, which has the same bolt pattern. So this is the same bolt pattern for the rear of the 80 series Land Cruiser. So this is the 3rd gen 4Runner driveline. You can see it's been cut off already. The front part we don't need because the front part is a different bolt pattern, so you can go ahead and disregard this. What you can do is you can do what I did, and this is the original one, so this is the same piece as that piece. You don't need that anymore, but I recommend you guys keep that as a spare in case you ever have to go back and go to original. I told the driveline shop to give me all my old parts. So what you do is just take it to the driveline shop. They'll cut it off of the 3rd gen 4Runner, and we'll keep this Cardan and we put it onto the new one. So this right here you basically don't need anymore, but again, I'm gonna hold on to this because this is good for spares. You know, this is still usable for other things. And their driveline, when you give it to your driveline shop, you want to tell them that we don't need to extend or shorten the original length. So the original length of this driveline from here to over here, it needs to stay the same. Now obviously the double Cardan, it's much bigger, so they your driveline shop, they should know, they'll know how to, they won't just chop this off and slap it on. They have to chop it off and cut whatever the difference is. And as you guys can see, I have them next to each other and they still run the same length. So we want to keep the same length. The only thing we're doing is adding this double Cardan in. Now originally this goes to the T case, and then this goes to the differential. So in this case it doesn't really matter, but in this case I'm gonna put this at the T case and this at the differential diff housing. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on, and this should I don't have any vibration or anything right now. The only thing I have is just a weird angle because with my lift now, the diff, this is the diff, so the diff will go right here. My diff is at a down angle. It's pointing down too much, and one way to fix that is to get the adjustable lower control arm and lift it back up, or the other way to do that is just to go ahead and get a double Cardan U-joint, which is better. You know, it should work better. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on and go from there. Removing the rear driveline is pretty self-explanatory. 14 mil wrenches. If you guys don't know how to do that, then you guys shouldn't even be messing with your driveline. Just take it to a shop. But what I did was I just took my spare driveline and I took the 3rd gen 4Runner that I bought off of another Toyota gearhead in town. I took it to my local shop, told them what I wanted, and they got it done for me. So all of this, I was able to get the 3rd gen dry line from a Toyota Gearhead locally for 40 bucks, and then I got it done at my local dry line shop. This is who did it right here. Highly recommend them. They did a great job. I told them to do all this, and they actually clean it up, re-greased it, paint it. They charged me $133, so 133 bucks for labor. So that's not bad at all. I believe Slee Off-Road, they sell the front dry line with the double Cardan, ready to go on. They sell that for over 800 bucks. And I'm gonna do the same thing to my front as well. Once I get the dry line off my front one off, I would explain that part. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and slap this on. I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. And this one here, my original one, this U-joint is kind of, there's a bit of play in this U-joint. So I'm gonna go ahead and change, I'm probably gonna go ahead and change this U-joint here, change that U-joint as well, clean it up, paint it, and then I'm gonna keep this as a spare because I can still put this on and it dries good. It still dry fine. So I'm still gonna go ahead and keep my original one, refresh it, put new U-joints, and shrink wrap it, have it ready to go as a trail spare. And this one here has been freshened up, so it should last a long time. These are the Koyo's original U-joints. They did a good job cleaning it and putting some new bearings, so everything looks really good. You can see they also went ahead and balanced it. So if you guys don't know U-joints, they have to go in the same way they came out. So if you take off this spline and yoke and put it the wrong way, it won't work. So make sure you have it in the same way that they did it. So okay, we're under the truck of the 80 series. This is the transfer case. You can see here we have a double Cardan now, all nice and clean, all the way to the depth. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a drive. And like I mentioned earlier, my original U-joint, the U-joint had a little bit of play on the diff side, and every time I put into drive or reverse, there's always a little clunk. You know, you guys all know that clunk, and I'm hoping this also solves that issue because it sounded really annoying. So this one's all nice and good. Let's go ahead and give it a quick test drive. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Here's some information from the internet, I Hate Mud. And again, this information was from I Hate Mud, so shout out to the content creator for providing this information. This was not my R&D. So right here, to make this work, you have to get a rear dry line off a 96 through 02 4x4 4Runner, basically a 3rd gen 4Runner 4x4. And again, the bolt pattern only works on the double Cardan size. So the only thing we need from the 4Runner is that double Cardan piece, and we're basically gonna chop that down and slap that onto our 80 series. Now I did went to one shop quoted me $200, and they insisted that they needed to put a brand new tube. So I went to the other shop, which was the one that I decided to go with, and they quoted me, at first they quoted me $200 to $300, but then it ended up being only $135-ish, and they ended up just chopping it down and putting it onto my existing tube, cleaning it up. So really happy with this company that I went with to get my dry line done. The clunky noise from my original dry line that had a slight small play on the U-joints went from going from reverse to dry mode. That did went away when I put this new one on. Once in a while it does it, but it's not as loud and crazy as it was before. So I think right now it's normal. Before this it was really loud and clunky, and just definitely for sure the U-joint was bad on the original one. I took this for a test drive at low speed. It performed really great. Took it on the highway, got up to 65 miles per hour, performed really well as well. Hit off some unpavement really quick, and it went well really quick. So far I love it. This thing runs really good. Can't wait to put it on the trails and see how it performs. In the next few video, I'll go ahead and update my my front dry line as well. We're gonna go ahead and slap it on a double Cardan for the front as well, and I'll make another video for that. Once I do make that video, I'll put it in the video description. So if you guys got any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, NuttyNu_4x4. I'll see you guys on the trail. Bye bye.